Hi all, and welcome to the video. In this one, we're doing Let's Play The Outer Worlds. I'm going to be playing in normal mode. I did consider Supernova, however, it does pose quite a few problems for a Let's Play. Playing on my own, I think, yes, hard would be okay, but hard is just in between. So we're going to do the normal. I'll leave subtitles on, as it is, obviously, a Let's Play, so...
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Right, let's create our character. So he's highly intelligent, very perceptive. He's also charming, and he likes to keep fit. You can see each one of these affects various things, so... yeah. Okay,
I hope we haven't lost that silver tongue to frostbite.
Indeed. He's also good at hacking
If you
and
wanted to
lockpicking.
steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
And he was a science assistant.
I do have a lot of dirty test tubes.
Now, let's... okay, we're definitely playing male. That is not the face of the hero of Halcyon. No, it is not. Okay, this is the face of our galactic hero. He's starting to be a bit of a silver fox here. Yes, he is. And his name? Puzzling one. Yes, it is. Or I was thinking of opening it up to suggestions, but I think I'm going to go with Tony. His real name's Anthony, but he always felt that was a bit stuffy. Yes, he did. So he's Tony to all his friends. So there we go. Not much for melee. Pretty good with a gun, on average. Very bright, very perceptive, really quite charming, physically fit. And there he is.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
This greatly amused me the first time I saw it, and it's still funny now. So this is kind of the tutorial. I'll be sort of halfways let's playing and halfways, you know, breaking the fourth wall and talking to everyone. So this is the first planet we're on, and we have an objective. Move forward, basically. Yes, indeed. There's a few places we can find around here. Yes, indeed. As you can see, this is running on a 980. The one I got from a subscriber, in fact. So I'll just show you here. I'm in windowed mode. I've had problems recording the Unreal Engine before. So what I found was if I just let it auto-detect on here, but then dial back with this, everything really works very well. I did a couple of ini tweaks, basically because I hate motion blur and chromatic aberration, and you can just switch them off. So we're doing the how to move around portion of the game here. Having been woken up after 70 years, you can't sort of go third person. We have no weapons. We have very basic armour, as you can see there, level 3. Only gives you 3 in armour, level 1 rather. But it does give you tech skills, so everything sort of... The synergy in the game is really good. Some of these things are harmless. They do get a lot bigger as well. You can interact with a lot of stuff in the world. It's awesome. It's so much fun. And you seem to be able to sprint indefinitely. It does have a weird feature when you get up close to grass. It makes it disappear so you can see through it. And I will be looting everything. I don't think I have a weapon yet. Do I? No, nothing. He didn't have one either. You can see the grass. If I sneak, it becomes... so I can see it. But I'm now sneaking past these guys. At the moment, they cannot see me, which is good. Yes, the game does have full damage, unfortunately.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Yeah, that's like a VATS. I can't actually access it at the moment. I think I get that in a couple of minutes. So, yeah, now we've got to do this drop-down business. I could not find a way of doing this without hurting myself, so it's part of the tutorial. And now I huff on something, basically like a stim packet, but it heals everything. Okay.
Hey, you, come here.
Dialogue time.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Okay, what happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Now, this is much like Fallout New Vegas. You can be a complete psychopath, a badass, or whatever else. But Tony is a fairly nice guy. He tries to be. He is quite charming. He likes people. So, sit still. I'll patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Okay, so... what's this about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, see, I can intimidate, I can lie to him. Different options will give you different results and different bonuses and stuff, but we're just going to be persuasive with this young guy here and say, I've got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll go help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Okay, can you tell me where I am? Remembering that Tony has got no idea.
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
And the ship that Tony was on is called the Hope, so he's asking, do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Okay. There we go, we've got a gun. Okay, got a gun, and we've got a small weapon you can see there. You can add all kinds of things to these. You can, if you find mods, you can add them to them. Consumables, yes, we've got these. These basically, one of those do help out quite a bit. And then the mods we would be able to add out of workbench, but general, quest items, and junk. But sometimes junk is needed for quests as well. So yeah, now to get out of here I've got to shoot those, but before I do I'm going to start stealing everything he's got, if I can get to it. Dehydrated water tablets. Yeah. There's loads of great stuff like that in this game. It's so rich, so well developed. I absolutely love it. I think it's, honestly, having played through it, the story, for me, I would say is actually better than Fallout 4. It's not as big a game, but Fallout 4...
Damn it, my ears!
It's got more humour. I actually ended up caring about the characters in it. Okay, so now we get our taste, or our first taste of combat. So I can do... Can I do it? I can't bullet time yet. There you go. Bullet time is sort of like that. There we go. We call it tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the TTD button allows you to slow down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacking make it drain faster. So it is useful. It's not the same as VATS. It actually works a little better. Okay, we've got Marauder dead ahead. Now I could hit those and blow him sky high. There's a few of them. Later in the game these guys don't seem to be as big of a problem, but at first they are. Also you've got a bit of aim. But they will kick your ass. Whoa.
Aren't you bleed?
Go on, come this way. Come this way. Come this way. Nice. Okay. Now those mag things are in fact lockpicks, basically. These. Mag pick. That's what you do your lockpicking with. And the better at it you get, the easier it gets. And you need a certain amount for certain locks. If you haven't got the skill, it will not let you even try. It will just tell you you don't have the skill. Well, where did his body go? Did I? Is he the one I shot? No, I shot him. That's the body of... Did I looted him, didn't I? Yeah, I looted him. Okay, I think there's a few more up ahead. Bottom ship is nearly 200 meters away. Okay, I'm going to have to shoot these guys. Okay, run away, get some distance, get some... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can't remember how many of them there are. Oh, damn it, he moved. I think I got him. Now, you do regenerate heat health over time. That's not always a great option. You see the grass disappearing out of the way when you crouch. That's built into the game. I don't know If that bothers people, you'll see it here. It's a little odd, and with chromatic aberration, it was horrible. So yeah. Let's have a look, and you can see I've just picked up some armour there. So that gives me an armour of 4 versus 3, but also gives me a bit more in stealth rather than tech. You can go and check these things at any time. Choose perks, choose stats, etc. See there, my health's almost recovered. Which is very nice. Okay, I think we're past that set there. Now, you can only fast travel to locations you've discovered, which is nice. Outdoors areas like this one with a lot of foliage and stuff do push the system fairly hard, especially when you're recording on the same one.
What in the blazes? Where'd you come from?
You're so good at sneaking. Hello.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Just a landing violation, let it go. So I heard. Found one of your teammates up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Still a moron. Hoping you're a little brighter. He'll make it. I helped him with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
You sit tight, I'll handle it. I don't think so, coward. I'll do it myself. Also, don't think so, lie. I bet you could get these marauders to tell you where the owner of that ship is, or I can persuade, or even try and intimidate. I guess I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey. You can see here straight away, corporations are... They've just become a way of life for everyone over 70 years, you know? It's kind of like people who were fans of Apple. They're a company. Corporation. They don't need to be defended. They're not a helpless child. So, yeah, here we go. Persuade. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Hang back a little bit. Let them get on with it. I think that's too far away with a handgun at this level. Yeah, they trounced them. You do this on hardcore, both of these guys can die. Actually, it's a bit unnerving. Bits are caps or coins or gold. That's your currency. And you can sell everything to vendors, and they can be mechanical vendors or they can be NPC vendors. Which is very, very cool. Now I can just walk straight up on that ship.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
How cool is this ship? Has anyone here seen Firefly?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
I can pick.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
She's got the shutters up. Okay.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Okay, what are you going to do? Self-destruct?
Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4. You are still here.
Yes.
My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Okay, is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Yes, he's a red smear. I like that. That was funny. Marauder's killing. Hawthorne's... He met my escape pod, all right. Head first.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay, you need... yeah. Okay, but I'm not Hawthorne. Hawthorne is dead. I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly. Okay, yes. You see, we're intelligent. We understand this.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Engineering. Yes, because, you know, science and stuff. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time.
Okay.
This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Yay, and we've leveled. So this is the ship. And my god, does it feel like Firefly? It does. So, yeah, there we go. This is kind of the tutorial stuff. Right, we can start putting a bit into ranged. You can see there. So in long guns, novice, unlock location hit effects at 20. So we've got 20 already. Dialogue at 20. You have 20% chance to cower in fear after you hit them. So not only does it affect dialogue, but your conversation skills also bleed over into the effect you have on people you're fighting, etc. So we're going to have a couple of points here and here. I think I need a couple more there. So in medical, unlock drug mixing slot for the inhaler, which we will probably be needing. So there we go. Very sciencey, you see. This gives me 2 left. Melee, not so much, really. I never figured out the dodge. On the first sort of playthrough I did blind. Never quite figured that out. So, but you do end up with a lot of points spare at the end. So, yeah. We could go for... Where would that get me? Yeah. Because Persuade 30 is nearer to 40, which does this, but it also has a better thing there. And then items you wear also affect it. So I'm going to save that for now. Okay. Perks. Okay, so the way this works is you don't actually have to spend the perks. You can wait, but you have to spend so many in this bracket before you get to these brackets. You can see there 5 previous perks, and they have to be in there. Companion crit chance. Boost your base armor rating. That's pretty useful. Additional consumable and things. Weight is definitely a thing. You do end up very efficient at transporting goods. Maybe you should have been born as a cargo holder. Ability to fast travel while encumbered. useful if you're going to fast travel. We're not. You don't need to up this much. You get a lot of XP in this game anyway, I found. Vendor prices, that's definitely worth it because it's what you can sell stuff for as well. And you need to bribe people on occasion as well, so they're very useful. High maintenance. You can take better care of weapons and armor than most people. Running when you're alone in party. So if you leave your companions on a ship. Time dilation lasts longer. Surely this is normal. I'm going to go for that on this one. And here we go. So, journal. Main quest. Completed and botched. I managed not to botch any on story mode on the first playthrough. So you've got quest type, quest by location, newest, alphabetical. Location's useful when you end up with 20 in one kind of play field. It's much easier to get things done. So yeah, codex, and yeah, we've got all this stuff which we kind of already know now. Awareness, cover. I'll just clear these. Okay, and then on the map, you can see it's still showing me region. So the only fast point travel site I've got at the minute is the landing site. So here we are. This is the Unreliable. This will be our ship. And here...
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
So the ship can only work for me while it's thinking I'm this. You can climb ladders. It's quite interesting the way that works. You latch on and then you can just move up and down. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Another one there.
The ship's engines
That's
cannot
what we're
be
missing.
powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
And then further along, we've got a few other bits and pieces down here. A lot of people don't seem to find this.
Try out our respecification
See, vocational
machine.
competence.
Alex
So you can
installed
reset
it
your character here if you've
Right
cocked it
before
up,
you die.
or you feel you've cocked it up. You can click on that, which I won't do just now, and do a, you know, might be that you've decided you want to play through a quest a certain way and you can't because you spent points in one place or another. There's loads of loot on the ship. This is quite nice. Workbench. There we go. So I've got all these items so I can tinker with them. I'm not going to bother trying to upgrade these. They're not really worth it at this level. Like putting a load of mods on a pipe pistol kind of deal, you know? Or whatever. So I can go to armor, but it's only stuff in my inventory at the moment I can work with. I can't do anything with the one I've got. Breakdown is pretty useful though. So if I want to break down stuff, keep the shotgun for now. I don't need all of these. Or that. So with these now, when I need to repair my other weapons, let's leave that. Go to inventory. You can see there. Weapon parts, mag picks, various junk. You can sell all that to vendors for more coin. So very, very cool ship. Captain's quarters.
Due to catastrophic power
Can't get in there
failure,
yet.
all doors will remain on security lockdown.
It's only once you get the ship running you can get into all these.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
So you can see. Really nice the way it's all set up, etc. I kind of fell in love with it and just got such a massive Firefly vibe. It's also quite. That's the toilet actually, back there.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Yeah, because that's not creepy. So yeah, we've got to go off and find ourselves a device. Yes, we do.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Yeah, here we go. I don't have a job is not a good option. Really? After I patched up your friend, or lie? You've got it all wrong. I am in fact a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
There we go. Right, so we've got a bit of a hike to make. Probably best to have this out at the moment. Keep it reloaded. As you use your weapons, they start to wear down. I've never liked that mechanic. But yeah, it's part of it. Okay, so there's going to be bandits up and over there. This is what passes for a road. I don't think we should be attacking camps of bandits at level 2. Probably not the best idea in the world, but we're going to meet some anyway. There's one. There's a lot of them. Okay. And there's no harm in running. Run away! Don't think I'm hitting him from this range. So I need to get past him. I can go through that camp or down in the alley here. And this is, we're at the just use anything stage. See, they've been attacking residents. I saw him get down behind here, it looked like. Oh, there he is. I could also decide to sneak past them, but... Whoa! Get him flanked, get him flanked. These guys over here are not going to help me. Locational damage for the win. Yes, headshots do more damage. Because of course they would. I can hear all kinds of stuff making noise. So I'm slowly getting to where I'm heading for. There was the camp up there. Let's leave them be for now. This may be a shortcut rather than going through there, which looks like a trap. I don't know if we can get up here though. Some of the places you can and can't climb are a little sketchy. Like here looks completely climbable, and then sometimes is not. Don't think there's any more of them under the arch. All this kind of basalt formation you've got here. Yeah, and you can't really get back up to that thing anymore. Kind of a shame. You can walk all the way down to the beach, but then you would find, yeah, monsters. This is their camp, I think. Is there any in it? I think we're probably okay attacking a few of them. Okay, they've got a tamed canid. Two of them. One of them looks like he's got a rifle. So let's not jump in there. That would probably be a bad idea. We'll carry on. Yes, we will. We'll follow along here. And the first sort of town you meet. Yeah, if you had any doubts you were not on Earth, we'll put them to rest now. We're hitting town at night. A lot of graves here for a very small town. Epitaph pending calculation. Yeah.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Hello, Silas.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Tony.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Okay. This place looks fun. Junior in humor. Fancy title for a grave digger. Kind of is, but we're gonna be nice. Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
Okay.
Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. Are you offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Okay, so the way this works in the universe now is you're a slave to a company, basically. So, yeah. Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
I'll collect your fees. Let me ask you about something
Yeah.
else. Have you heard any news? Yeah, how long have you been a junior in humor? Gravedigger, whatever.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Okay, this town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
Are you not worried about, falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Okay, I should go. Yeah, so I could pick up a side quest to go extort money from people so they can pay their graves. Imagine that. Paying for your grave. I mean, burials cost money, but you don't rent burial ground. But if a corporation thought they could get away with it, trust me, they'd probably do it. So yeah, like Fallout, there's a bit of a kind of a warning about various stuff. It's not rammed in your throat, it's just, left to their own devices, what would companies do? What do we got here? Cooey, hello, I'm just breaking and entering. This is his place, I think. So yeah, we could choose to steal things, but we're going to try not to do such things unless, we're forced to. Because reasons. So, okay. First look for everybody who hasn't already gone and found stuff. This is his workshop, I think. Ah, there we go. We can look in his terminal. Spacer's Choice. So I'm 50-50 on whether or not to read all these out as part of the Let's Play. I think probably yes. Welcome, Junior in Humor. Messages. From Inhumers Association. From Inhumers Association to Spacer's Choice Junior in Humor Edral Vale Division. A special offer. Dear reader, your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovel's Gazette and Quarterly. These get a lot more interesting as time goes on, and depending on where you're looking, maybe, or just saying. Okay, subject, official advertisement text. Edgewater Cemetery is the property of the Spacer's Choice Company. Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms, complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand gravesite. So, inventory logs. Burial invoice. Password required. Hack. So, because I can hack, I can get past the password. And also, you get lots of XP for it. Name, Theodore Granger. Industrial accident. Burial status. Successfully interred in gravesite 13F. Gravesite feeds, pays, and accounted. Inhumer's addendum. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. He is, isn't he? So I could break into that, but I don't have enough lockpicks, and the more skill I have in lockpicks, the less lockpicks I actually need. I'm going to leave all this. Examine. Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift for you. Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense-paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the Jewel of Halcyon. We might find out about that a little later. Yes, we might. Sounds too good to be true, really, doesn't it? Edgewater discovered. There we go. What a place. So looking in my journal. Haven't done anything yet. Yeah, this resets itself every time. Could be just a bug. The unreliable's power regulator has been damaged beyond repair and must be replaced. Ada suggested you seek help in a nearby settlement of Edgewater. Talk to whoever runs the town. You've learned that a man named Reed Thompson is in charge of Edgewater. He might be able to help you find the part you need to fix the ship. You can probably hear by the music. I get massive, massive Firefly vibes from this. Yes, I do. Barbershop. We'll go in and change our hair, I think. Hello?
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Yes. Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
For what? Yeah, I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Yeah, you get the vibe, don't you? You know, using your imagination is dangerous. Yes, it's dangerous for the corporation that has you as a slave.
Go ahead.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
There you go. Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
That's monstrous.
Nature is monstrous, friend, and this plague is natural selection at work.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, right? You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Okay, sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
That's all for now. Yeah, so you can kind of walk around, talk to everybody. Generally, they've got a name. So yeah, here we go. We've got people with stuff. Examine. Conrad, receptionist, shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. See what I mean? You're a slave. Eugene was an asset and someone has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So, I was thinking we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down from his family or something. So, you're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his bloody price, and no one's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. That's from Phyllis G. Spacer's Choice Guard. Yeah, so this would be the morgue. Let's get out of here before we catch anything. Cantina! That's probably a good place to actually start with. There we go. We've got resident. Hologram thing on the wall. They're always a little weird. Cannery workers.
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
Let's say hello. Amelia Kim.
I don't know you.
I don't know. Nice to meet you too. Everyone's so friendly and welcoming in this town.
We don't welcome trouble. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Charm. What a fun and perception. Something going on here I should know about.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah. We've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
What's this about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
Okay, you say that like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
Okay. There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
What's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
So you had a dream of being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want.
Yes.
Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing zero-G?
Yes, but asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that, I am grateful.
Okay, thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours.
Okay.
So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm an alien spirit of pure aether, inhabiting a human body to learn about your kind. There we go. A crazy scientist stranded me on this planet with no way out other than a broken down ship. So let's go for... I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
What if I told you I got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous?
Yeah, but who's it dangerous for?
I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Okay, I should go. Yes, you can tell. Things are not quite right here. No, they're not. Oh. Sun's come up while we've been in the bar.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
General store discovered. We could nip in here and just walk around the entire town talking to everybody. Julius Monroe.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Okay. I need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Okay. I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
Okay, this plague that's going around, anyone I should watch out for? And what's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
Blister on my arse is prettier than Edgewater. You can't be serious. No one in your right mind would want to live here. Telling yourself that won't make it true. Glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else?
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic, since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Interesting. That everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether.
Oh, I met her, yes.
Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
So what about this plague that's been going around?
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
I'll bet. Okay, I'll just excuse myself. Yeah, so general store and, yeah, if I had enough lockpicks I could break in and whatnot. But we're not doing that right now. No, we're not. Right. It's been interesting so far.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
This would be the church. Maybe we should check it out. The vicar.